In Proverbs 8, wisdom herself steps onto the stage. No longer a concept, but a voice crying out in the streets. She calls not in whispers, not in private temples, but in the open, where everyone can hear. Does not wisdom call out? Does not understanding raise her voice? Proverbs 8:1. This chapter is not a warning like chapter 7, it's a wooing. Wisdom isn't hiding, she's pleading to be noticed. She stands where the paths meet, at the gates in the public square. She says, "To you, O men, I call out, I raise my voice to all mankind." V4, this is not selective. This is divine availability. God's wisdom is not reserved for scholars or saints. It's available to anyone willing to listen. She says her words are noble, true, and right. There is nothing perverse in her mouth, V6:8. In a world full of deception, wisdom offers clarity. In a world full of noise, wisdom offers direction. But let's pause. Why does God give us this image? Because many believers are walking through life without discernment. They're saved, but they're confused. They pray, but they still walk in cycles of poor decisions. They love God, but they trust their own judgment more than His word. That's why Proverbs 8 matters. It's a divine invitation to walk differently. Wisdom says, "Choose my instruction instead of silver, knowledge rather than choice gold." Verse 10. Did you catch that? God says wisdom is more valuable than wealth. Let that sink in. More than your income, more than followers, more than titles. Wisdom is better, because without wisdom, wealth destroys. Without wisdom, opportunity becomes a trap. Then comes something shocking. The Lord brought me forth as the first of His works before His deeds of old. Erison 22. Wisdom isn't just a tool, it's ancient. It existed before creation. It was beside God as He formed the world. I was the craftsman at His side. 4:30, this is stunning. It means everything beautiful, functional, and good in this world was touched by wisdom. So here's the challenge. If God used wisdom to create, what makes us think we can live without it? You weren't designed to just feel your way through life. You were created to be led by something higher, by the voice of wisdom, by the Spirit of God, by truth that doesn't shift with culture. Listen to verses 34-36. Blessed is the one who listens to me, watching daily at my doors, waiting at my doorway. For whoever finds me finds life and receives favor from the Lord. But whoever fails to find me harms himself. All who hate me love death. This is serious. Wisdom isn't a nice addition. It's a matter of life or death. So here's your invitation today. Stop only seeking answers when you're in trouble. Begin walking with wisdom daily, waiting at her gates, listening for her voice. Let the word of God shape your steps before you stumble. Declare this over your life. I will not follow noise. I will wait for wisdom, because wisdom is calling, not just for the religious, but for the willing. And her voice doesn't flatter, it frees. We ought to come back tomorrow for day 9, where Solomon shifts from listening to wisdom to building a life with it.